And welcome everybody to Mabee Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University as the Saints are taking on Langston University here today. And the Saints in first place in the Red River Athletic Conference as they are 9-1 on the season and overall record of 18-6 as they knocked off the University of the Southwest last night. Final score there in 3 sets there, knocking them off and able to take sole possession of first place. Saints have also qualified for the Red River Athletic Conference tournament, which will be taking place here at Mabee Gymnasium on November 11th and 12th. But the Saints get the victory. Also, big night last night, senior night for the Saints is celebrating the 7 seniors. And one of those seniors, Kendall Groff, she set the all-time career mark in kills last night. She has 960 overall. She surpassed Alicia Blanco, who had 945 total. So we're able to get that. But again, senior night last night, but another night tonight or this afternoon as we get ready to take on Langston. Saints 7-0 all time against Langston. Hoping to keep that going. Also hoping to keep the home winning streak alive as well. Well, we will take a break as we will have the start of this one coming up here in a moment. You are watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Mabee Gymnasium. We get ready for the start of this one. The Saints and the Lions of Langston University here from Mabee Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. Mike Thompson here with you as the Saints looking to keep going here as they are in first place of the Red River Athletic Conference, 1 game ahead of the University of the Southwest. As the Saints, after today, just 4 games remaining on the regular season schedule. They'll be against Houston Tillotson here on Tuesday, their last home game of the year. Then head over to Kerrville to take on Schreiner. Then they'll hit the East Texas swing against Jarvis Christian in Hawkins, Texas on the 4th of November, and the 5th of November will be against Texas College before they return home for conference tournament. Raven Swain starting things off here for the Saints. Sets up over the top, and that's going to go down, and a quick point for Langston. As a start there, as Mariah Plowden able to get that one down. And 1-0 Langston leads here in set number 1. Now serving is going to be Allison Holcomb. Holcomb, a sophomore from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And that'll be into the net in a service error, 1-all now the score. Brittany Martinez now to serve for the Saints. Senior from El Paso sends it up and over. Eastwick sets up. Sent over, kept alive there by Martinez. Kendall Groff back, pushed up. Eastwick sneaks it over, but there is Martinez. Back by Solis, over to Rivera, and that's going to be wide and point for the Saints. Deflection off the block, out of bounds. 2-1 Saints lead here in set number 1 here against the Langston University Lions out of Langston, Oklahoma. As Eastwick with a set and a long return there for Mikaliski. Holcomb. And that's set back there by Williams. Eastwick. Solis. They're over to Cardenas. And that'll be off into the stands and a point for the Saints. And it's 3-1 Saints lead here in set number 1 now. Serve by Martinez is over. Eastwick up. It's sent down there nicely, dug up. The shot from Warren dug up by Martinez and sent over by Groff. Over is Williams. Solis sends back over to Rivera. Sent back by Groff. Now it's going to be sent over. Solis and forward, and Groff. And that's going to be wide point for Langston. Saints with a 3-2 lead here now, set number 1.
Number 12, Corey Williams now serving.
Corey Williams will serve for Langston. And Contravia Mack has checked in. Groff, nicely returned by Holcomb. Rivera across. And that's going to be down point. Cardenas able to get that one down, and a 2-point advantage for the Saints. Leilani Smith and Alexia Bustamante. Alexia will be serving here. And that's going to go down there, and a point for Langston. Cherish Berry, the junior from Salina, Oklahoma. And that'll be a service error point for the Saints. And the lead is 2 again. Audrey Contreras has checked in as Kendall Groff will come out for a moment here in the rotation. Bustamante, Cardenas, Bustamante, Martinez back around over to Leilani Smith. And carried it over there in a point for Langston. And Langston pulls to within 1 here. Saints with a 5-4 lead here in set number 1. And that's going to be service error. Just past the line there. It was close. And the serve there from Amber Warren, the senior from Dallas. Sienna Tankowit to serve. Williams coming back for it. And that's going to be put over by Mikaliski. And that's going to be wide and point for Langston. Saints not able to get any type of distance from Langston here. So it's just been, they'll get it up by 2. Langston comes back. And you have to I worry about that a little bit if you start giving somebody confidence. Leilani Smith sent back, that's just kind of knocked over by Wood. Back now, Leilani Smith. Williams sends it over. And point for Langston. And we're tied at 6. Bustamante back around, Swain sent back over. And that's going to be Langston taking the lead now at 7-6. Bustamante, Swain over the top there. Holcomb back over to Mikulski. Snuck over there, but kept alive. And able to send it over is Langston. Back again, Wood, and that's going to be down point for the Saints. We're tied at 7. And now the serve is over. That's up into the net. Just sending it over now is Langston. Solis back around over to Rivera. Rivera put up by Warren. Eastwick had a little difficulty, but it's over by Langston. Solis back around Rivera. At 8-7 now. Saints with a 1-point advantage here. Eastwick putting it up. That's it over by Williams. Solis across over to Swain. Sent back down and blown up there by Mikulski. And we're tied at 8. Wood sent back Solis. Swain across over to Rivera. And there and down, Ward can't get there in time. And the Saints take a 9-8 lead here. And that one, another point for Langston. Langston staying in it. Solis out of position just a little bit, sends it out wide. So it's 9-9. Holcomb to serve here. Solis, Rivera, sent back down there by Warren. And we're tied. Oh, it's 10-9 Langston. Solis across over to Groff. Eastwick back. Sent long by Rivera, sends it over. Holcomb. And they're put down by Cherish Berry, and a 2-point advantage for Langston here in set number 1. Served back. Kept alive, Eastwick. Berry sends it over. Rivera. Groff. Eastwick. Williams sends it over. Solis back to Rivera. Back again. Solis across to Groff. Groff put back. Great net play from Langston here. And that's Rivera's. That's going to be up in the rafter. Warren sends it over. Solis again. Groff. They're at the net, and that's going to go down for the Saints. A long point, and the Saints get that one. Cardenas has checked back in. Eastwick sets a cross over to Warren. Back again, Warren again, right there, and that catches Raven Swain to the point for Langston. Langston up by 2 now, 12-10. As Mack is checked back in for Langston. So Lisa cross over to Groff, and Kendall Groff will put it down. And point for the Saints, and they trail by 1 now. Leilani Smith has checked in. Lexi Bustamante to serve. And the serve from Bustamante is over. And that's going to be down point for the Saints, and the Saints have tied it up at 12 now. Warren there, kept alive though, so Bustamante. Groff sends it back. William tried to sneak it over. Leilani Smith just returns it. Nice dig there from Raven Swain. Groff gets it down. Williams back with it. Warren. Holcomb able to return it. Another long point coming here. And that one's going to be down and in for Kendall Groff, and the Saints take a 13-12 lead. Bustamante, the senior from Helotes. Now Williams back. Holcomb just sending it over. Bustamante over to Cardenas. And the point. And a 2-point lead now for the Saints at 14-12. Sent back. Bustamante, Swain over the top. Warren able to just put it back down and draws Langston to within 1, trailing now 14-13. So Cherish Berry to serve for Langston. Bustamante across over to Leilani Smith. And Leilani will get that one to go down, and a 2-point lead now for the Saints. Audrey Contreras comes in. And out comes Kendall Groff. Williams sets up across. Warren able to put that one down. A 1-point advantage here for the Saints here in set number 1. The net, another point, and Langston has tied it. Swain over the top. Williams keeps it alive. And it's going to be 2 touches and a point for the Saints. And it's 16-15 now in favor of the Saints. Here in set number 1 against Langston. And another point. Langston able to tie it once again. And point for the Saints as violation on the serve from Langston.
11-37. Rivera and
So Janelle Solis now to serve. Eastwood sends it over. Swain over the top. And point for the Saints. And the Saints with a 2-point advantage here in set number 1. Holcomb. So that's wide. Point Saints, a 3-point advantage. I believe that's the largest lead of the match now for the Saints. And there's going to be a timeout call by Langston. Saints with a 19-16 lead and a tough one here with Langston, set number 1. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Mabee Gymnasium. Saints with a 3-point advantage here in set number 1 against Langston University. And the serve is up. And point, and they are out of position on the rotation. So point for the Saints there, but as Langston with the violation. Swain. Raven Swain able to get it down. And a 5-point advantage here for the Saints. And that's put back down. Point again for the Saints there. Switch back. And point for Langston as Swain came up a little too close on the attack. And that'll break the streak, and Langston back to within 5 now. It's the Saints with a 22-17 lead. And it'll be a service error point for the Saints. Michaelitzky wide on that one. So Kendall Groff is checked in. Raven Swain serving. Barry sends it over. Solis to Wood. And Groff now. Point Saints. And that's set point. And a timeout call by Langston. We'll take a break too. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Set point for the Saints here is Raven Swain to serve, trying to get the Saints a 1-0 lead here against Langston. Comes back there is Barry. He's quick. That one kicked over now over to Groff. Groff sends it. Gets quick up. Barry will just send it over. Swain digs it up. Solis. And point for Langston as 2 touches there for Janelle Solis. Allison Holcomb to serve here. There's Swain over. Holcomb. Barry gets it to go. And Langston sticking around. Trailing by 5 here. Solis just getting that over, and a point for the Saints. And they take the first set 25-19. We will take a break. We'll be back for your second set here in just a moment. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Mabee Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. And Our Lady of the Lake University was founded in 1895 by the Congregation of Divine Providence. It is a coeducational liberal arts institution with an enrollment of 3,500. The university offers 35 bachelor's degree programs, 16 master's degree, and 2 doctoral degree programs. Academic degree programs are offered in the arts, science, business, education, psychology, communications and learning disorders, cybersecurity, pre-med, and social work. Academic programs are offered through the College of Arts and Sciences, the School of Business and Leadership, the School of Professional Studies, and the Wharton School of Social Service. OLLU also offers dual language English and Spanish certification options with all undergraduate degree programs. Classes are offered in daytime, evening, weekend, and online formats. Our Lady of the Lake University is accredited by the Commission of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools to award bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. The main campus is located in San Antonio, and weekend college programs are offered in San Antonio, the Woodlands, and the Rio Grande. More information, go to www.ollusa.edu/admissions. Remember, be a Saint. And Rivera now as we get the second set going. Up and over. Solis ahead over the Groff. Groff down, and Kendall Groff for the first point of the second set for the Saints, 1-0. Also, on any information, updates on Saints activities, visit the website www.ollusaintsathletics.com and follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and use the hashtag OLLU Volleyball. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel by just clicking down below on subscribe and get updates and alerts when we are broadcasting. Point for the Saints here, 2-0. Brittany Martinez to serve here. Serving here for the Saints here to start the second set. That first set was a lot tougher than the Saints had thought it was going to be. They came out a little bit sluggish. Started to come on towards the end, but Langston still was fighting well. And again, have another pretty long point here, but Rivera gets that one down, 3-0 Saints. Saints are 7-0 all-time against Langston. And Saints are 9-1 in conference play. First place by themselves as they knocked off Southwest last night in a battle for first place. And that one down there by Plowden from Langston. But and Langston right now on what's been a rough season for the Lions are 2-8 in conference. And 3-28 overall. That'll go into the net point. Saints for the 4-1 lead here. So Leilani Smith has checked in. Lexi Bustamante checks in. Lexi will serve, and the serve for Lexi is over by Williams. Eastwood. And that one is down there by Warren. And the point for Langston. Williams will serve now. Corey Williams, a junior from Cibolo, Texas. Just north of town here. 5:35. A little bit of a homecoming there for her. And that's going to be down and good by Leilani Smith. 5-2. And that is there. Up in the rafters there is Holcomb. Gillespie sends it over. That goes Smith. Williams sets back. It's sent there awkward there by Mack, but kept alive by the Saints. And now comes Swain over. Williams sets forward. Warren back again. Warren again and down. Bustamante back. Leilani Smith, they're off the defender and the point for the Saints, and they take a 6-3 lead. Sienna Tankowitz serving now. And Warren gets that. It's going to go point for Langston. Langston will pull to within 2.
And serve for Langston.
Bustamante back. Smith down. Leilani Smith. 3-point advantage for the Saints here.
11 and 36.
That's Janelle Solis. Anissa Rivera is checked in. Solis will serve. Williams. Plowden sends it back, and that's going to be long point Saints. 8-4 lead here. And point Saints. Rivetta, Swain, and that's sent down there, and point for the Saints. And now a 6-point advantage here. Solis now. And that will be put down there by Williams. And that'll draw Langston back to within 5. Eswick is checked in, and Eswick will serve. Solis forward, over to Rivetta. Williams. Warren sends it over. Solis across to Rivetta. And Rivetta will get it down. 6-point advantage here for the Saints. Eswick back and down and point for Langston. Langston now within 5. As Mikolishki is with the serve. And that's sent back down. And Saints are not able to get it over the net, and a point for Langston. And they're sticking around here. It's Mikolishki to serve again. Groff. Williams over. At a point again. And it's a 3-point advantage for the Saints as Langston inching closer and closer here. Solis, Rivetta. Point for the Saints. So Brittany Martinez serving here. It's set up, and that one's going to be there at the net. Goes back there from Lampkin. Groff. Got the lie by Mikolishki. Lampkin again over, and going to be a point for the Saints. She carried it over. And a 5-point lead for the Saints here at 13-8. Brittany Martinez to serve. And that's going to go wide. And the point for Langston. Holcomb to serve now. And Kendall Groff getting that one there. A 5-point advantage for the Saints now.
Let's see the serve for the Saints.
Holcomb, Eswick, as Warren sends it over. Back again, Warren again, and that's going to be wide and a point for the Saints. And a 6-point lead for the Saints. Timeout, Langston will take a timeout as well. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. It's Lexi Bustamante to serve. And it will be into the net in a service error. So right out of the timeout, the Saints have a service error. And Langston is back to within 5 here. Set number 2, Saints up 1-0 here. As Corey Williams to serve here for Langston. And that's down there to the point for the Saints. As Audrey Contreras comes in, Kendall Groff is out. 6-point Saints lead here. As Contreras with the serve is over. And that's sent down there by Lampkin. And point for the Saints as Williams tried to kick it over. Didn't quite make it over the net, so point for the Saints, 17-10 now. Set number 2, Contreras, Williams. Back over to Warren. Warren's going to be inside the line. Saints' lead is down to 6.
Now serving number 8 for Langston, Taylor Lampkin.
Lampkin serves. And 2 touches and a point for Langston. Now, that's set down. Kept alive. Smith, Williams, Warren. Lampkin into the net, point Saints. Saints with a 6-point lead here in set number 2.
7-18.
Sienna Tenkowicz check it in. Wood checks in for the Saints also. Ward. And long, point Saints. Now 19-12. Point, Langston. Saints with a 6-point advantage here. Warren to serve. Sneaking it over. Trying to sneak it over. Can't quite do it. And a point for the Saints.
11 and 37 for the Saints. Anissa Rivera and Janelle Solis. Miss Solis to serve.
Williams. And point for the Saints. Underneath, point Saints. And a timeout called. So we'll take a break as the Saints with the 10-point lead here. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to Mabee Gymnasium. Janelle Solis serving here. The Saints with a 10-point lead here in set number 2, 23-13. Warren will send it over. Solis over to Wood. Williams back. Solis to Swain. Raven Swain gets it to go down. And that's going to be set point now for the Saints.
Set point Saints.
And that's down by Plowden.
In serve, Harlan Eswick.
Eswick to serve.
Set point Saints.
And 2 touches and a point for Langston. Saints still a set point here. Solis to Wood. And that'll do it. Saints take the second set, 25-15. We will take a break. We'll have your third set here in a moment. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Mabee Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. As the Saints with a 2-0 lead over Langston University. Scores around college football. Louisville leads North Carolina State 44-13. That is in the third quarter. Wisconsin 14-6 over Iowa. That's early in the fourth quarter. Temple with a 46-30 win over Southern Florida the other night. As we see some of the scores as we get ready to start here in just a moment. And Kansas State 24-14 leaders over Texas in the third. Barry sends it over. Solis sets forward to Wood. Sent back down and point for Langston to start off the second set, leading 1-0 now. Eswick over to Warren. Warren's going to be in. And that looked a little long, but they're going to give the point over to Langston there. Wood. Kind of punch backwards, point for the Saints. As Leilani Wood will get credit for that one. And Brittany Martinez now to serve. Back down again. There comes Kendall Groff again. Net play, defensive net play for Langston has been pretty good here in this match, and they take advantage, get the point there, and they lead 3-1 here in the third set. As Williams to serve now for Langston. So Lease to Rivetta. Williams, Holcomb. And that's it over there by Mack. And point again. Langston has come out and has a 3-point advantage here in the third set. And the serve there from Williams over. Solis sends it forward over to Groff over the top again, put back down. That's it back by Swain. Williams. As Barry now sends it over. Solis. And Williams will just send it back now for Langston. Solis sitting there for Cardenas, and that'll be a point for the Saints. As Cardenas able to get that one. Lexi Bustamante serving now for the Saints. That's going to be in the net point. And it'll be 4-3 now. Bustamante serving. And a service error. And 5-3, Langston leads by 2. So Barry serving. Bustamante back to Groff. Groff sent back down. And point as went over the top of the net there, and point for the Saints. The violation there from Langston. So Audrey Contreras coming in to serve. Sent wide, point Langston.
Amber Warren serving for Langston.
Amber Warren to serve here. That's sent back. Lonnie Smith. Zamante. Cardenas. At point for the Saints.
Number 18, Seattle Penguins serving. Mabee Smith.
Point Langston.
In for Langston and serving, number 1, Harlan Esquick.
And Leilani Smith able to put that one down.
11 and 37, Lisa Rivera and Janelle Solis. Miss Solis to serve.
And that's going to be down point for Langston. 8-7 now the score.
Now serving number 9, Ashley Mikowski.
Rivetta. So back by Plowden. And another point for Langston. They take a 2-point lead here in the third set. As Martinez just sends it over, Holcomb. Eswick, Plowden, side of the net, point Saints.
Kendall Groff in. Raven Swain serving.
Raven Swain to serve. Kendall Groff checks back in. Eswick, Williams. Solis, Rivetta. Sent back down, and Barry gives Langston a 2-point advantage here.
Serving for Langston, number 7, Allison Holcomb.
So Holcomb to serve here. And that there point Saints. Saints back to within 1 now.
Now serving number 5, Brittany Martinez.
Williams over the top there. Solis. Cardenas. And that's going to be point Langston.
Corey Williams serving for Langston.
Rivetta. Back down again. Another point Langston. And a timeout called by the Saints as they are playing like they don't want to be here right now. Trailing by 3 to Langston. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Williams serving for Langston. Langston with a 3-point advantage here. Solis, the Groff over the top. Sitting back there. Solis again. Kendall Groff. Back down. Groff over the top, and it's in on the line. With the 2 points now of Langston are the Saints as Lexi Bustamante to serve. Sir and Leilani Smith have checked in. And the serve is over. Back around there, Williams. And that's it down. And point for the Saints. Saints within 1. Groff back. Williams forward. Barry over the top. Barry down at the net, point for Langston. Langston a 2-point advantage here. Bustamante. And that's going to be wide, point. Shot wide there by Leilani Smith. 3-point advantage for Langston now, 14-11 here in the third set. Saints up 2-0. And there's a point. Leilani will get that one. Saints trail by 2.
Number 8, Audrey Contreras in and serving for the Saints.
And point. Audrey Contreras with the service ace. The Saints to within 1. Martinez. Bustamante. Swain, Williams, Barry there, and Holcomb just sending it back over. Bustamante back to Swain. Swain, Bustamante sneak it over the top. Holcomb catches the antenna, point, and the Saints have tied it here at 14. point as they carried it over, kind of cupped it over, and the point for the Saints. Saints will take the lead now, 15-14. As Contreras still serving. And a service error. And we're tied at 15. Warren will be serving now for Langston. And that'll be a point for Langston. Langston takes the lead back at 16-15 now. Smith sent wide, and it's going to be a wide point. And point for Langston. First call point for the Saints. Overruled that. And that'll go to Langston. Langston now with a 2-point advantage at 17-15. It did look like it was in by quite a bit. And that one's in, and point for the Saints. Santa Tankovic. Bustamante sneaks it over, point for the Saints, and the Saints have tied it at 17. Tankovic to serve now. Into the net, service error. The Saints have played very sloppy today.
Number 1, Carlin Eswick, serving for Langston.
So Eswick to serve for Langston. She'll get it over. Bustamante across over to Swain. Leilani Smith there. Bustamante up, now Smith again, and Leilani Eswick can't handle it. It goes right off of her into the stands, and a point for the Saints, and the Saints tied at 18. Janelle Solis to serve now. Eswick, and 2 touches, point for the Saints. Saints take the lead, 19-18. And Janelle Solis with the service ace. And 20-18 now. Timeout called by Langston. We'll take it as well. Saints lead 20-18. They're up 2-0. You're watching Saints volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. Welcome back. Janelle Solis to serve here for the Saints. Saints with a 2-point advantage, 20-18. Plowden, but kept alive for a moment there. Wood can't handle it. Point for Langston. Langston back to within one. No communication there for the Saints. As everyone looking at the same time, nobody moving, and then one person does too late. So the serve coming up here for Langston. Solis. Rivetta sent back. Solis again, Rivetta. And that'll be over the top here. Point for the Saints. A 2-point advantage here. So Raven Swain serving. Kendall Groff back in. And a service ace for Raven Swain and a 3-point advantage for the Saints. And that looked like it could have been 2 touches, but it's going to be a point for Langston. So it's 22-20 now. Holcomb to serve. That's it off, service ace. Langston back to within one. There with Holcomb serve. So next serve here for Allison Holcomb. And a service error, point for the Saints.
Now serving number 5, Brittany Martinez.
So Brittany Martinez to serve here. Forward, sent back by Warren. That's going to be wide or long. Point Saints. That's match point. Now for the Saints. So Brittany Martinez and a timeout call by Langston. 24-21, match point for the Saints. Up 2-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Match point for the Saints here. Brittany Martinez to serve. The second to last home match of the year. Last one will be coming up on Tuesday against Houston Tillotson. Right here, we're at match point for this one. Warren over. Solis. Groff sent back down. Back again, Rivetta. Eswick finds Barry. Rivetta sneaks it, tried to sneak it over. Now Williams there for it. And that's going to do it. And the Saints win it. 25-21. Take it 3-0 and get the big victory here today against against Langston University. Saints are now 10-1 in conference play, and will improve to 19-6 overall. Langston will drop to 3-29 on the season and 2-9 in conference play. And a reminder, our final match of the year, home match, regular season home match for the Saints is coming up on Tuesday against Houston Tillotson. That'll be a 6 o'clock start time. We'll have that for you. So make sure you tune in for us with that one. So, Saints get the victory in straight sets over Langston. And For everybody here at Mabee Gymnasium, Mike Thompson saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time.